How y'all doing today? My name is Ain, and today's topic of discussion is going to be honest with your goals. Your honest thoughts about your current goals. Your honest thoughts about your current goals. The reason why I thought of this as a topic, your honest thoughts about your current goals, is because you need to be able to match up your abilities or your future abilities for what you hope to acquire or to build upon what you currently have with your goals. Sometimes people aren't realistic with those things. I've seen things, be that are don't make any sense on how a person is trying to achieve their goals. And I mean, it's not to say it's for me to make sense, and it just needs to make sense to them. But there are some clear examples of where I've seen things where people are just way out of touch with their abilities to do whatever it is that they set out to do. Because a lot of the times, they're just talking or whatnot. You need to be clear on your abilities or what you hope to gain in achieving your goals. And I'm saying that because when you're looking at doing whatever it is that you're doing, you're always, especially if it's something that you've embraced and you're hoping to achieve, you accomplish, you're always looking into whatever it is that you're hoping to do. So there's going to be research with that, and you may need to readjust your goals because you may exceed in some areas, and in some areas you may fall short. So you're always kind of, you're hands-on with that because it's yours. So you're making it yours, and you're embracing that, and you're hoping to achieve that like anything. And I've seen some people just like, man, what are you doing? I don't know if they're just trying to, appease people that's up around them. They just say and do these outlandish things. I mean, just like giving you an example, it'd be silly where if you had no prior experience on, shooting a movie or anything about doing with the movie, camera angles or just anything, and you just being unrealistic with yourself and would say, I want to shoot a movie by the end of this month. Don't even have a camera. And then, the things that you're looking at, you're going to do some sort of, thrown together thing. What quality would that be? So I'm just saying up on that. And sometimes people try to do shortcuts too with themselves. You got to remember, it's just like, that you're doing this for yourself, right? Would you cut yourself? If you were building a home for yourself, would you shortcut building the home? Would you, I don't need any nails on that. That looks like it'll be good enough. Why would you? My mother used to say, it was a saying of, imagine building a house, and then at the end of building that house, you would be told, I'm probably getting this saying mixed up, you would be told, okay, you're done building that house, now go live in it. Then you'd have to think back on, oh man, I didn't know I was building this for me. Since I'm building this for me, man, did I do everything right? Or did I kind of shortcut some things? You have to think about yourself. If you're thinking about yourself and the things that you're hoping to achieve the same way, being honest. Just like how you should have been honest in the way that you built that house because now it was a gift to you and you'll be living in it. It's the same way with your goals. You got to be honest with your goals, making sure it's something that's within your abilities or something that you're capable of obtaining. That's the reason why I talk about, knowing your strengths and your weaknesses. And having weaknesses, that's not a bad thing. You can brush up on weaknesses. You can know how to avoid the pitfalls of your weaknesses. So be honest with yourself and your goals. Sometimes when you're doing research on things, like giving you an example with me in the book, when I was, writing my first book, a lot of the times when I was doing research on that, sometimes the further I went down that rabbit hole, it would be like really time consuming, and it would take up an entire day of like doing research on certain things that I was doing. And I'm just like, man, this is exhausting, with the formatting and whatnot. And a lot of the times I would like to know what was to come down the road, even though I wasn't to that point, just to kind of have an idea of a timetable set up for myself, just like in anything with, planning, so I could adjust accordingly. So some things, I did more quickly than I anticipated. Some things took a little longer than was anticipated, but I adjusted accordingly. So I had to be reasonable in my thought process with my goals, my abilities, of what I could do, what I had on my plate. And that's what I'm advising you to do. This allows you to be a lot more confident in what you're doing, a lot less likely to be discouraged when you fall short, because you're going to fall short up on some things. But you don't want something where you're not honest with yourself, honest with with the way that you set it up, and you shortchanged it, and you're going to come up short with it. That's the reason why I use that example with that movie. Keep in mind, I'm talking about if you were trying to shoot a movie, that you're not having any prior experience, and you're just gonna, jumble this mess together at the end of the month. And the reality is, you might not even be done by the end of the month because you don't know what goes into it. So just being realistic, up with yourself, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with if you got to readjust your goals. Okay. Till next time, my name is Ayin. Check out my book, Ayin Kilimanjaro's The Arithmetic of Family Communication. It can be found on Amazon. I'll be kind enough to leave a link in the description box where you can get a paperback or an ebook copy. Ayin Kilimanjaro's The Arithmetic of Family Communication. Until next time, stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. Have a good one.